What is the purpose of a school? The saints and seers have explained in innumerable ways the purpose of a school at the level of life or at the level of livelihood. Just to touch upon a few elements to move forward from there, it seems that academics plus games plus arts and crafts and various other abilities being inculcated is surely a part of the core of a school. Games, horse riding, etc. Many activities can get added to this. And presently the schools are being evaluated and even ranked based on some of these things. Apart from this, there are many intangible aspects of child development, school development, which are being talked about very widely and rightly so, which is the values, attitudes, abilities of introspection, interpersonal skills, soft skills, etc., etc. Now, do these abilities plus these values put together comprise of education? Certainly not. There is much more involved in what is education. For a moment, if we start recalling all the educated people, cultured people that we have met in our lifetimes, we would know that all these tangible things are a small part of that educated man or cultured man. So what is that inexplicable or intangible part of human education which is essential for schools to touch upon? Otherwise, schools at large will fail in doing the primary function of creating a better society for tomorrow. One example I can recall here very quickly. When a child doesn't get admission in, let's say, an IIT, how does he take this failure? If he doesn't secure the first position in a classroom, how does he respond to the situation? If he is detained in a class because of the minimum learning level has not been met, does the child get depressed? Does he become violent? What is the response the child has? What is the response the parents have to adverse situations, to unfavorable outcomes? I think a very important aspect of education is the ability to take failures and setbacks, and to what extent a child is able to come back and try it out again. Just urging the student in an inspirational manner, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, doesn't seem to be adequate. So how do we enable a child to not give up? It's not an easy question, but I think we must explore it for ourselves as a school. So the purpose of a school is too much, it's infinite perhaps. I'll share with you one very subtle and very beautiful aspect of a school where my son was fortunate to study. And the school enabled our family to keep our child in that school because they provided a certain concessionary fee structure to us to be able to do this. When I went to drop my child in this boarding school, he said that he would settle his clothes in the cupboard provided when the other students of that room have gone for games. I said, okay. So we waited till the evening, I waited till the evening, and he settled the items in the cupboard. And later on, when I met him, I asked him why did he choose to do that. He said that many of the roommates and the students of that school were from the elitist kind, and therefore he was feeling shy of putting his simple garments and shoes and bathroom slippers, etc. in the place. I was quite pained to hear this from him, and I was wondering what kind of traumas a school teacher must be putting his wards through these so-called elitist schools. But at the same time, I was very happy to see that when he came to me at dinner, he was not as disturbed. He was in fact quite elated. There was no effect of this whole thing on his mind, which is a childlike quality. All children have it. After 4 months, when he came back home, I asked him, did the children taunt him or tease him on account of these garments and the levels? He said not even one child made any remark about any of his belongings. None at all. I was amazed how a school culture can be developed to have this kind of sensitivity amongst the student culture, so that a child of any socio-economic background can not only survive but thrive. Because at the end of 2 years, the kind of growth and development our child was able to manifest was just beyond our expectations. And full credit to schools which understand education at this subtle level, apart from fulfilling the broader aims of the manifested kind. Thank you.